When the darkness becomes your dawn,
and the light is gone,
may you find the guide of this song,
and feel the
the wind whispers your
a
name.
name you've long forgotten.
Was it always the same? And love thy day will
Begin to fade.
fade away as the charm.
Arrived you hath to my world of despair.
And yet in thy kingdom all seems but lost. Your light be found in a darkness so like the tunnels we scale.
Preach not to me the words he feeds, these the so-called perfect. All are not but lost in my head. I tear them as such paper.
A paper thou should only to read, for truth he speaks.
Truth? What truth? Truth in the eyes of he placed in your mouth? There is not only the fact in his word, there is the truth within thee. I see. Yet to see is not enough.
Your sight, only what beckons the call of thou's own heart. Care not you to I, for now it be you that preach.
Thy sentence be damned in only thy head. For the opinion hath been laid for this day, has it not? Even for I to say no, is to judge what thou hast. And what thou hast be but a poisonous drink upon her hand. And each time thou comest to a sorrowful bend, breathe in that venom for as long as you can. For now there is nothing for I to remark to change thou's understanding.
Veracity is the bane, the word thou usest to confuse thine own self. If you were but to see the world as is true in my eyes, only then to know what real can be.
I want not a rightness that belittles the enemy declared upon thy friend. A friend so different, one who cared. But he would not see for that. Only for what another will conclude.
And that be but my absolution.
That be but your demise.
What thou callest a demise, Others partake in reality. That is the world.
So he sees.
What he sees, I also.
Well, then blind or both, yet he be the guide. Treacherous are the lands you walk, yet so much trust hast thou placed in he, though he leadest you through the perils of purgatory.
A place only you to define, for all others seek tomorrow anew.
All other sight be as blind as these. I forthwith attempt to show them the world in a matter of genuine. And yet you seek to destroy what is inevitably alive.
Why must thou destroy thine happiness?
I prevent what could annihilate thee. Not a bliss, but a death so unclean.
And indeed, it be but you to decide thine fate.
It be but me to protect thee, even if from thyself. I seek to deal in truth. And truth, however painful it may be to hear, is still absolute.
A fact for thou to conjure.
Ah, a grave circle we run. A never-ending cycle through the night till morn be reached.
Then a fair goodbye shall I say unto thee.
With the word you end the moon? And seek what torments and hurts in shadow?
Farewell, and adieu, Sir Graves. For our clock is run down at this breath.
And so she hastened away, a bitter remark left between them. Only in the heat of sorrow were they to rejoin together in contentiousness. To the horizon shalt you walk until nothing but distance do I see. A tear to the moon offer I, as all that was now fades to clear. Soon to a darkness so clean, not the stars be upon it. Fading as the sun to a winter sky.
So, you are here as my thoughts knew you wouldst.
Where else wouldst I be?
Just past 3 weeks since last we spoke.
Tempest fugit?
Now art having fun?
Thine life 'tis not fun.
What is it?
'Tis what it is.
What rebuttal is that, Quinn?
I know not.
Thou art impossible, dost thou know that?
Aye.
Stop your constant agreement with my words.
What dost thou want me to say? How shall I respond, Hope?
By first looking me in thine eye.
Happiness?
How canst I be, when the man I love abandons me for what exactly?
Thine calling.
Your call. Your work is not your life.
'Tis my eternity. 'Tis the life I chose.
Not the one chosen for thee. Why art thou pushing me to a place I cannot follow?
Only the end will justify the means.
A riddled retort.
The only truth I can bestow.
Truth is in the heart.
Thine heart is not there anymore.
Only why?
Tis the life I hath been given.
To live alone.
As well to die alone, O Hope.
An opinion I dare not buy.
Thine family gave everything to behold my success at what I was most excellent at. To turn a cheek in a direction so distracting as love would be to dishonor what they have sacrificed.
Love is not a sacrifice. What a gift is love, a bestowal not everyone to possess. We have found that token. Why art thou refusing to take it in? Dost thou think thou will forget thy true self?
'Tis because I know I will. The passion I hold for my pursuit whilst be the same desire I hold for that which I find in love. Though as a rule, one cannot divide his passion amongst his gifts. One can only devote himself fully to one in order to truly earn the other.
These words are not by Quinn.
Thou does not have to. Thou hast only to take.
Humor me this thought. This one simple.
Annie.
Tell me of thy love for me. If thou cannot devote thyself to me, then at least tell me 'tis not for loss of love.
Thy love for you could never die. Even whence my body has withered and turned to dust, shall I always to love you.
Then let me return that love and be there while success is met. I only to help.
It cannot be like that.
Why not?
To feel neglect from the one who loves you truly, 'tis the worst feeling in life itself. I know this, for I have felt this, and will not let it happen to another just so long as it is because of me. Hope, my love. One day you'll meet a man, and that man will love you more than I, and you to he. On that day you shall be the happiest of us all, and I shall be happy simply knowing thou art. On that day, it will not be me, that man you love so much. It will be a memory of these. A memory of a love who had to meet his destiny.
Thou art mistaken.
And what about?
That man won't spare you. No other man could.
Fair day to you, miss. What parchment is that?
Time's flight.
Ironic, really.
A noted irony.
It was not but 7 days prior to the beat. Why you in such scripture?
A most popular story.
Yet not.
Why not?
That now will be found in a tucked corner of not just any shop.
So thou make it off to coincidence.
Or fate. Whichever way he takes to see.
Lovely.
A seat to fill?
'Tis not my sand.
Oh, lady, read not of my presence.
Order me never, it is but thine choice.
Fair enough. Very soothing,
That it be.
and yet chaotic.
A thought even I housed.
Great minds and all that. Right, Claire?
My name. Never was it given to thee. Many apologies for my paranoia.
Apology not necessary.
I get so when people do as you just have without thine own permission.
Understood and agreed. Life's little quirks.
And what, pray tell, brings thee to this piece?
Jog I take, once per week, every week. At the spot, perpetually at the spot. See those eyes reading. Intelligent brain never shutting down.
Strange, stranger, for never have I seen thee.
I used to show a beard with longer hair.
Why change so drastic a look?
Change is usually needed here and there. Just for a moment. Just to keep one's own life on track.
Very poetic.
So it's read upon a get well card. A smile she gives. I think I get to see. He's not in my jog.
Sometimes it's never there.
Why not?
Just life, I guess.
Life is tricky.
too. Question to thee.
Certainly.
Why hast thou only chosen this instant to give word?
Doth there have be a wherefore?
Sometimes. Especially when thou hast just changed your appearance so that thine eyes don't know what to credit.
You wanna know what I see? Wanna look at your fair skin? Why, today of all days, I come to palliate thee.
Yes.
Every seventh dawn, I dash above the sand, at this while, and perpetually at this spot. I see thou reading a new novel, long tales, short stories, sonnets in hardback form. Some of the great accounts I know, and search for it myself. See if I recognize it. Just to see if my thoughts be yours, if just for an inch of time. Week upon week, an esoteric journey to take, but not this week. For thou readest the same book ye did last. That gets to me, because I always see the face of contention for being lost in a world of words, but not these last two. I see only despair. Question thyself, why? But I already read Time's Flight, and I didn't see the reason for the change in mood, which brings thine on mine, and what I behold in you. A sadness I view, one so sudden, something now never wanted, nor needed, something affright. Where there normally is fear, doubt and shame exists. I see a prominent young lady who's going to end her sorrows in all the wrong ways. I envisage to thyself, she's not really reading the book this time, just attempting to put on a show while she weighs the good and the bad, not really realizing there's so much good left.
What good?
The good of awakening to daisies, freshly sprouting. The taste of ice cream with friends alike. The sounds of family laughter as an uncle tells a comic anecdote. The beauty of seeing sands and seas so easily into places dreamt by others, and escape the narrow halls of this earth. No matter how much sorrow there is in the world, eternal take of strength resides. Above all, will be depriving a stranger such as myself pledges of knowing what book you'll next discover and adventures you embark upon. That too will I.
Promise. My grace.
That's you, Claire.
Wait! Your title I have not.
Walker. Be an appropriate choice.
May my eyes have the pleasure of your fellowship again.
I jog upon the sand every seventh dawn. So the choice is these.
Peroinus, thou art here in a state so low as to already be ulterior.
Few but descry dead, then away go you. Leave me in my veil of darkness.
Not in this eve, not in next day, not in next night. For to leave now surely shalt allow ye to wither, a crumple I always to disrupt.
What matter it be that I perish? What matter it be that you care?
Mayhap a friend, yet comrade, cannot allow hers to be so damned. Why is it not when so many need you in this world?
And more use in this stage of unfurl than I to the globe.
The perils of many have outweighed your meaningless votary. You only need turn a cheek in the other direction of its power.
Power? Dost thou think it my power overcome by so small a thing?
Thou knowest best, why not inform me?
For the reason you may not understand my soter.
Lies intent in fear.
Fear of what?
Fear that tomorrow you wake unfulfilled. Dread that the morrow brings only disappointment upon thee. A trepidation thou need not to have, so long as it be thine own self that reside beside.
What is it thou art saying, that as long as I have ye we can defeat the tallest of mountains?
If so long as you have that aptitude.
My will is strong. Preach it not to me that supremacy is lost in the choice I have but made.
A choice thou art forced to mold.
Again, a judgment passed by the bird that knows not the nest it invade. Why are you here?
Peroinus, portrait of a man.
Here we go.
Portrait of a man broken by trepidity. Broken bottle for some, but broken velleities for him here. In the darkness, with no star to speak for, but when light radiates through. Oh, Peroinus, shut his door. He seal his mind as well under pretense that all will leave his side.
Go now!
But only can they break his weakness of now.
Go you out!
His screams now fail as his help hath arrived.
Leave me!
Never, O Peroinus, not ever.
Help me! Help me, please, help me.
A freedom in tears. A friend, take your fears.
Never leave.
He so dare to stay until all weakness led astray. No matter the time taken.
Ah, bonjour, Faith.
Expected him, I appear.
Will that be but for you to learn and for me to know?
This step grows colder by the second.
Then enter and join me for a dinner this evening.
Expected I was, after all.
Take seat. Enjoy the lovely meal laid before.
Thank you.
So, the matter that you visit, 'tis one I should know.
'Tis one you should only be weary of, for I come with a bounty plenty.
I am but sure thou dost. C'est magnifique.
Avoidance of the topic at hand is not becoming of a man in your standing.
Avoidance of the topic at hand only protects. It defies the final solution to a problem we both to hold.
And what problem is this?
That one of us must expire by a night's end.
A capital crime hath been committed in the name of bread. I, like you, must collect this reverend fare, even if not in the name of fairness.
There was never a felt type from memory that's self-correct. Is that not why you are here?
Is that why thou expected me?
I expected only company, whether it be you or another, is my own mindfulness entirely.
Who else could thou be expecting, for thou art lonely in this grand arena?
Perhaps my guest is one to which no one but those near it can see.
A spirit, you speak. Or something else deranged in that manner.
Hast thou not heard of death? For you introduce him to so many.
Not unlike yourself.
A brave point.
A drop on now I have given.
A defeat in this night of nights. In more ways than the single obvious.
Indeed, thou did not expect me after all. The ego shrinks little by little. The smile fades. Thy hunter becomes the prey, and all else fails in his eyes to see a way out.
Well then, my dear, there is but one single course of action. Nay, a question.
And what might that be?
What trigger will be pulled first? I am light-hearted that in the end I am not alone, Faith. But you insult me with not your bullets. You're not feasting on that which is before you, for I judge to make guests as comfortable as possible. Au revoir, ma chérie. And good night.
In point of interest, we find Pierre. A man seemingly without escape. A man to which a love was once given, then taken, with pain of plenty. "'Tis fitting for he to die in a place so comfortable as his own home. A quietus we all, truly lustful."
Apologies for my lateness.
'Tis fine. A drink for thee. When I felt you spoke of electing.
'Tis perfect, my grace.
Thine own pleasure.
So, thou stated you wouldst interpret the sudden turn in thy life. Why you cast upon leaving the place you call home near 5 years.
Those words I spake, did I not?
Now thou art not to stall the point.
Why would I propound this?
Because thou stickest to what ye be skilled and not more.
How veracious.
Thou would not be ye otherwise.
Touché.
Hugh, I am before thee awaiting the exegesis to so sudden a turn in tracks.
And right ye are to ask, and right ye shall to grasp.
Thus,
There are just a sundry of wherefores.
thou canst start at first, that most important least in thine eyes.
My eyes, 'tis what brings us here for certain.
Still you stall.
Then no more, my Nicole. I take my leave from that work belay, for 'twas holding me. 'Twas as chains tied firmly round wrists and ankles, nay, a quicksand, with promises of better future, but ne'er delivering. Slowly a poison to my throat, the more I but struggle to escape. I be but sure you do not see that from your seat, nor do I expect anyone should.
All art's different like.
Exactly. 'Tis just that. I am different, wanting a disparate life. One that build with by strength, not luck nor weakness.
'Tis good then. 'Tis good that ye wish to make better. I have only known thou few sets of full moons, and already art proud.
My grace, thou art kind to plenty.
Will be a friend if not to care.
Precisely. Howbeit, 'tis not why I asked your company.
Pray do tell.
My emotions lay hid, expressed to none but thine own self. What for, though? Be it is a time for change, so a change be essential. I'm crazy about you, lady. Wait, say not word one, not now and not for the next moment. Promise me this, please. I am for you. My thoughts are of thee, all of the time. I pass by interests of yours every day. The fruits ye enjoy, the sweets. To catch myself in thought that I should pick just one for thee. To see its smile graced, catch glimpse of those eyes you have. These are the fruits I enjoy, the sweets. I see they and wonder as how been a fool as to not have uttered these words before. Like ye hath remind, our time to know hath been short. Mistake not my saying that I love you, but that maybe falling in love with you, even for the simple small moments we see each other in. Through these times hath I grown such a fondness of ye, a one as such to not be labeled as friendship, for pain strikes me upon that instance. I realize the burden henceforth, which is why I wish to give ease. 'Tis my contact, one that which I keep for all time. Thou hath never had mine, I hath never had these. If ye should feel a want for me, as I for ye, even for a small beginning, call upon me. All ye hath do is declare, Greetings, you, 'tis Nicole. And ye shall hear only thine own reply. What art thou hungry for this night, Nicole? If ye should decide that it not be me for ye, then it shall be simple. Simply disremember you have the means of contact. Since I no longer work wherein you do, 'tis not but a random chance for us to meet. But if we should, know that ye always be given a kind word, as well as a place in my heart. One that only recently arose from the shatters.
Art ye well?
Aye, fine.
Thou did not lose someone by train that just departed?
No, not at all.
I see one clearly troubled, and I only to wonder.
Well apprehended, sir.
And thusly,
Where doth I begin?
thou can start from start. 'Tis a popular place to be.
To start, someone loves me, and I know not truly if I do in return. Heart doth and desire it scream from the tallest building for all the world to hear. The other part is afraid.
What of?
A professor I knew, who conveyed that moments in time define and refine us. He expounded, we may live a rich life, but one limited event occurs that sets off its balance, and we art forever altered. He spake that many in class would be afraid of that change, that we would avoid it to all costs, whether it be past experiences or another motive. We was to be chary. Thus, tonight, I realize how true his words be. How aghast am I that he not be the one for me. Not the man I love.
But what if he is? How precise that professor was. 'Tis the moments in life that define us. And if thou shalt remit me, then mine is come.
Mm-hmm.